What's up, motherfuckers? I'm the Fallen Sanctum, and welcome to a special rated R edition of the podcast. So if you have vaginas for ears, I'm going to ask you to please get the fuck out of my channel. So today we're joined by our saltless Frenchy boy, PL. He only plays meta fucking decks, like DI and shit. We've got the Admiral of the Seven Salty Seas, Mr. Banhammer himself.
What's up?
And we're joined by the saltiest broom sweeper on the planet, Mr. Bailey's.
Hiya.
And we're gonna be talking about Daddy Cyclone and the penis squeezer Zazan today. You know, the family that makes Bushy Road a bad game company. But before we do that, I gotta go on a rant because I waited so fucking long to get my Bermuda reveal. And people are like, they're saving the best for last, and la la la, ta ta ta. And what do I get? Okay, so we have Melody in standard. It's like some like Yuri ass chicks just like sucking each other's teats. Yeah, that's fine. We got that same shit in premium. It's called Harmony. Right? What do we get? What do we fucking get? Alright, so there's this thing called Highlander, right? 10 different normal units? Nah, motherfucker. Reveal 10 cards if they're all different. Then you call 5 motherfucking unique mermaids from your G-Zone. So this is a shitty Moigido that makes me need to have 50 uniques in my deck. I gotta run stands and old draws in this shit? Like, what the fuck? Yeah.
GBA rock, man.
Yeah, man. Why don't I just play fucking penis squeezers as on 2? I'll be GB7 SC. And then that way I can just stride into fucking little girl turbo and go,
Well, I mean, doing that with Zazan, there's more vanillas you can play since you have to play one of each.
Yeah, I'm gonna play one of each core elemental. I'm gonna play one poker so it has no effect. I'm gonna play one Bobo so it won't be active. I'm gonna play the guy that changes my limit break to put 4 grade 2s on top of my deck.
Legion, not Legion.
Oh, Legion, sorry. My bad. I thought it was limit break. That would have been funny. Anyways, this garbage. It's Highlander. At least it's getting an SP, so she's gonna be a flip bitch. Please, Japan, bring us the SPs in North America. If you don't, well, you're fucking useless. And then we're gonna talk about the more attractive version of Gridora. So Deprenor, when it attacks, counterblast 1, turn a card from your G-Zone face up. Your opponent chooses 3 face downs and flips them up from her G-Zone. And for each G unit that has power, 3 of your front row units get 15k each. What do we think about that?
Well, I think that my heritage likes that a lot.
Alright, I'm going to flip 3 ZTBs, alright? The double heritage, because I'm going to triple G-Guard now that I'm GB.
Hey, man,
Messiah loves that.
Yeah. Integral? You want no hand?
What is a hand when you can only have 5?
Yeah, fair enough. Sounds good. Because I honestly will just, like, if I play Aqua or Nova, I'm just going to flip the unflipper G-Guards. I'm just going to go, okay. Alright, I have 3 extra counterblast next turn. Thanks. Oh, Hanali, I don't care.
I'm pretty sure the point of the start is to literally stop your opponent to make more G-Guard, but since our heals are like 20k, it doesn't really matter at this point.
Yeah, because it's like when your heal trigger is 5k less or more than the fucking card you're guarding with, like, you're like, it's the same shield power anyways. You already gave me GB. Who cares? Let's go. You get nothing.
To stop G-Guards, you already have Gridora tried to do that.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I don't see the point of this. This is a pretty bad card. I find it doesn't get crit or anything. Alright, so now, before we talk about Daddy Cyclone.
There's one time when you're going to be timed. When your opponent's going to be at like 5 damage and he has like 2 G-Guards pass or something like that. 45k to front row could happen.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy. So before we talk about Daddy Cyclone, let's talk about a little bit about the 10-year-old Shota boy called Zazan, aka the penis squeezer, aka Mr. +6 into +5 into +5 into +5 into automatically win the game. Now, this guy will draw you Exodia for free. All right, so hear me out. This is how. Yeah. Why? It's basically, if you play this in fucking Bang Dreams, bro, once you assemble the 5 sluts, you just win.
I mean, of course.
Alright, so.
If there's something that Butcher always do is if they do cute girls doing cute things, they're gonna make them strong. But if they do cute little Shota, they're gonna be way too OP for us.
Yeah, because
we're not gonna get them bad.
I wonder if the age of consent in Japan is different for little boys and little girls. Because like in North America, we have priests who like to touch little boys, so that's fine. It's that kind of molestation. But in Japan, besides like big tittied onechans, I'm not seeing much little boy molestation. Like when you're watching hentai or whatever, I'm sorry, you're not gonna see a little boy get molested. No offense. Like, no offense. I think this is a North American thing, and some Bushiroad is like, to celebrate North America having COVID and shit, let's give them a little boy that ruins their meta. Alright, sounds good. So here's how Zazan works, right? Here's how you plus 11 in 2 cards, right? No, well, 3 cards you plus 11, alright? So draw for turn, right? So you break even, right? Because you drew. So you ride Zazan. So you draw from your starter, because we're playing standard plus, because we're only playing vanillas in the deck now. Who gives a fuck about combos? So I'm gonna Soul Blast 1, call 2. So I already called 2, so I'm at +2. I flip a card face up, and I drew a card, so I'm at +4. And because Cyclone gets turned up, I get to draw 2 cards, so I'm at +6. I then call Bobo, give myself another Soul, call another Zazan, and I plus 11 on board and hand presence. You're grade 0. I have like 10 cards in hand. What do you do?
Glendios.
Yeah, what are you gonna do turn 1 with Glendios? You're gonna look at me. You're gonna go World Ender Dragon Effect. Skip basic ride phase. Look top 5.
Of course.
All right, ride a 6K PG pass. All right.
Everything's doable.
Superior ride, superior stride. Fuck you, I win.
I mean, I'm playing Gold Paladin, so I could probably make a mix.
Okay, because like we were theorizing about this, the clans that can utilize this the best. Well, you have OTT because at GB1 you go Calico, Shofria, Matarasu, swing game. If I get a crit on my crit, you're taking 5 damage. You're grade 1.
5 damage. I have the cups already. Not bad.
Sounds good. Yeah.
The other deck that uses it well, I saw, is Ripple Odysseus.
No.
Yeah, Odysseus allows the reride.
You can do double Zazan with 1 Zazan first turn.
Yeah, I think Odysseus needs to be banned. I'll be honest. Like Zazan itself is not broken. If you want to change all your cards that have good effects for cards that have no effects, sure, you're gonna hit harder, but you're gonna turn into vanilla Neo Nectar. You're not gonna have the Gladiolus. You're not gonna have the this. You're not gonna have the that. Why? Because you chose to only run vanillas. I don't care if you're showing me for 30k when I'm grade 2. At the second I go grade 3, you're dead. Because you have no shield.
The other problem with Zazan is the fact that you can call 2 normal triggers and plus from them.
Okay, but you gotta call. You can't call the new premium crit. You can't call the old premium crit. You can only. Huh? They have effects. I'm just saying, if you want to play Zazan, you can't play cards that have effects. Which means your triggers gotta be all vanilla. You can't play the countercharge heal. You can't play the on swing crit. You can't play the stride fodder crit.
But in exchange of that, you have 3 rolls at 30k plus, like at 32.
If you open Jesus.
Yeah.
Only if you open Jesus. If you don't open Jesus, well, I mean, you're sucking more dick than Bushiroad is. Like, no offense,
I mean,
but like in
you-
this
I mean,
this opening
you can
hand,
fight a lot of times.
okay,
I mean, there's a lot that can happen with Zazan, but it's true that I am completely I'm not scared of it, but I know what can happen.
because like I'll be honest,
And
I
it
play
can happen.
Riviera, right?
I mean, like the only true problem I have with Zazan is it reminds me a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh. You can be killed really, really early, so you just
Hashtag break my board, yeah. Fucking Yu-Gi-Oh!
send
memes.
out Vanguard. Like, say, all right, did you drew Zazan? Yes, all right, good game, game chill.
Alright, let me side deck. Where's Ash? Where's my Ash Blossom to stop you from drawing 2 cards? Can I Ash the Cyclone flip? No. I gotta Ghost Ogre the Cyclone.
Alright, Zazan's like, all right, pot of greed.
Fuck. I can't Ash the Pot of Greed. He'll just draw into another Pot of Greed. So, like, here's what I'm thinking, right? So, aggressive decks that are already super aggressive in the meta, Zazan comes in, gives them a fuck ton of damage. Like, I mean, you look at Riviera, right? You give me 1 damage, it's game. You give me 5 damage, I'm, like, gonna go fucking GB4, first try, triple trois, triple re-ride, and have, like, 1,000,000 force markers. What are you gonna have? Like, you're grade 1 or grade 2 or whatever, yeah, I'll be grade 4. I don't care. Same with
I'm gonna
golds.
have a little shot on my Vanguard. That's what I'm gonna get.
Yeah, you're gonna have a 10-year-old boy, and I'm gonna be like ara ara.
No. Mama.
I saw this meme the other day. I was a little boy. I was knocking at the door, and then like this big tittied One-chan, right? She's like, Karen, we gotta teach this boy what it means to be ara arad. And like I was just like fucking dying of laughter. It's like, who posted that on Facebook? Like, it's fucking hilarious. Anyways, besides Zazan though, because Zazan is one of the combo pieces, you can now officially fight back against Zazan with the not so penis squeezer Zazan's younger brother, Larock. Can you smell what the Rock is cooking? Fuck, it's not loading. Oh, the meme's dead. The meme's dead. Alright, there you go. So you have Larock, right? One place, if your VG is only grade 2 or less, one of your units cannot be hit until the end of the battle. So is May that they Zazan, Calico, Super Turbo, whatever, they're swinging for like 1,000,000 crit. Okay, PG. Alright, past turn, your gimmick's dead, you can't do it anymore, because, like, see, the thing is, right, in Odysseus Zazan, what are you going to do? You're going to stay grade 1 all game? No. Because Odysseus stops working after. You can't re-superior call this Zazan. You can superior, write it, and then call it back once.
But still, 2 use out of 1 Zazan and 3 pluses is still good.
Yeah, but that's like, if I survive that turn, we're back on a regular pace at Vanguard, and you're playing Ripples. What are you gonna do?
But he says made the soul howl though. I kind of forgot.
Odysseus puts the card in soul to rewrite the same card, and then if you wrote a card, you can call the card.
Alright.
You call back the Zazan,
Yeah.
So you can call back the Zazan and you have.
But you
soul
don't,
from
because
the
since
unit
you're
from the soul.
rewriting the Zazan over a Zazan, you're using the Zazan in soul to soul blast for Zazan's cost on top.
Yeah, but you can just write whatever else is not a Zazan just to call the Zazan.
Yeah, you could also, but then you need to be running a V starter if you want to do that.
Yeah.
Because if not, you will not have the soul.
Alright.
So Larock is a good answer to Zazan. Honestly, people are saying, oh, I'm grade 1, la la la, and this, okay, PG. Protect the weak instinctively. I love this flavor text. Because, yeah, you are gonna be protecting yourself from this cheap-ass gimmick deck. They do their gimmick the first turn. Sure, they get hand advantage. But if they're playing, like, an engine that's like a one-trick pony, you know, like, if I don't kill you, I kind of lose my tempo. That's fine. Like, right, if I play Riviera against Zazan, if they swing on me, I just win the game. If Golds gets swung on and gets dealt 2 damage, alright, you're getting Spear Axed. I don't give a fuck. Pay costo! Attack!
I want my boy.
Yeah. All right, then we got ourselves the Heat Elemental Huang. You know, I don't know why so many of these fucking Kree Elemental Chinese names. I thought Kree Elementals were supposed to cover all nations, not one. Lavia Tristana. Lavia Trey Tristana. Alright, so what the fuck does this motherfucker do? Okay, all Vanguards must attack the Vanguard as much as possible, okay?
Touch card.
That's, it's good if you have a rear guard that wins you the game. It's a Tachikaze card, yeah. You got the attack sweeper, fuck you! I mean, no offense, guys, but like, I will just dismount my Trois or my Selena and be like, okay, pass. I win. Right? I don't see the point of running this. We got Cloud Elemental Mawark. Alright, so here's the other good boy that you want to run with Zazan, that you run with Zazan and Bobo. But the biggest problem about the Zazan deck is that all the Kree Elementals don't have any synergy at all with Zazan. None of them can be run with Zazan, to be honest, besides Mawark. So, Mawark, if you have 4 more units with no contact auto, counterblast 1, superior ride Barigirin, the Thunder Elemental, as stand, and you may turn a Cyclone face up. And it's a rearguard skill too.
I mean, that's literally as old if we were playing with vanilla.
But, I mean, you are playing with vanilla, so why do you need combo synergy cards when you can just run this guy? I mean, you're gonna pot a greed twice anyways. If you get to go to if you get to call this out anyways, you can be grade 1. If you can manage to call this and you're grade 1, you can go from grade 1 to grade 3 for free. For a counterblast, because you call this and Bobo, you just win the game. Yeah.
And also, if your opponent it gives you more counterblast, they kind of fuck that up.
Oh yeah, because then you just go Barigirin and then you just go. You're just like fapping the amount of fucking cyclones in your G zone face up, and then you stride the one cyclone, and everything's plus 20k, and they're like, "Hey, this is what it's like to play Neo Nectar."
Well, I mean, I've been playing CFA with my friends like lately, and I tried to kind of build for Neo Nectar with the new Elementals, and somehow, just because even if Katrina was banned, it's still alive because of the spirit ride mechanic of the Kree Elemental Metal Orc.
Yeah, because you don't deny Neo Nectar counterblast. It's like, I mean, if you damage deny Neo Nectar, what does that do? It stops Gladiolus. Do they need Gladiolus? Gladiolus is an extender. It's not needed for the actual combo. The actual combo used to be just you strike Katrina in the game. Like, no offense, but people damage the 9 Neos. I'm like, alright, so I'm at 0 damage, you're at 5, okay? You have 4 cards in hand, I've got 10. Alright, I'm liking this. I'm a 4 stack, you're Excel, you're supposed to be good. Yeah, no, not anymore.
I'm not in I'm trying my best.
Yeah. So we have Zazan, we have Mawark, and last but not least, before we get to Cyclone, we got to talk about the Thunder Elemental Barigirin. So Barigirin, 1 play Soul Blast 1, look at top 7, reveal 2 units without contact auto. Well, reveal vanillas and add them to your hand. So you can add triggers. You can add this one allows you to Superior Stride, Cyclone. That's kind of nice. And Cyclone himself, remember, if it wasn't during your turn, if it was during either player's turn, it'd be kind of strong. Because then you could just ride a vanilla. You could ride a fucking vanilla Gear Chronicle. No wait. Is there a card that's vanilla? Is there a big guy that's vanilla?
There's a 13k vanilla.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Okay. You ride the demo deck Royal Paladin Grade 3. And then he would stay like 33k base all game.
Dragon.
It's like Star Blaze Dragon or something like that.
Star Dragon.
Yeah, Star Dragon. Yeah.
There's also a Chris Dragon for category, if I remember, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's. But yeah, those are from the demo decks. But those were funny. Like, honestly, if Royal Paladin sees more Cyclone.exe play because of this, what the fuck? Oh, that would be funny.
Gonna
Oh,
be something.
yeah, that would definitely be something. All right. So we've basically covered all the useful, sort of say, Cray Elementals. We still have Makira to talk about, but the reason why I want to talk about Makira is it's an 8K vanilla, but it has 15K shield. Now, what does that mean? 8K vanilla normally is reserved to the Triple R Grade 3 that is useful in the deck, right? Rebel Banshee, Romario, Grand Blue, etc., etc., you know? But it being 8K means that you can play the damage deny game. You can't play the damage deny game with it, but if your opponent wants to damage deny you as a Zan player, you basically just win the game because you ride this. Because it's like, oh, I'm not going to get them any counter blast, you're not going to do anything. I'm like, okay, so I'm going to +6 for free, and you're not going to do anything about it. Okay, I'll pass turn. Now you give me a damage, and I win the game. Because, you know, you're like, all right, don't give me a damage. I stay on Mikuru, right? Makira. And then they give me a damage. Okay, ride the grade 2. Superior ride. Then the grade 3. Superior ride again. All right. I'm grade 4, you're grade 2. Thanks. Goodbye.
Hey, Oga.
You done fucked up, motherfucker! The only thing that would have made Barigiran honestly like super busted, in my opinion, would be as if it got a unique marker. Like if it got a marker of the clan you're playing.
It doesn't have a marker, so at least that. But if it had a
Yeah,
marker,
imagine it gets an Excel marker, right? Ah!
You can choose any kind.
Yeah, it's like, oh, Bermuda gets special treatment. Well, so does this guy. Well, that pretty much covers all the Cray Elementals. Let's see how much time we've got left. We're only at 22 minutes. All right. So, what I'm gonna ask, can I ask my two boys that are my 3 boys that are on Vanguardians, can we try to find and see if there was any like recent tournament results that we could talk about? Because I know Nightmare Doll won a tournament. Probably by cheating. Like Gear Chronicle with like 6 grade 1s, 4 grade 3s, who never G assisted, okay? Or G assisted but always cheated, you know? That player was probably Asian too, no offense, Ricky. Just, ever since I got cheated out of my Worlds invite, every Asian's a cheater to me. I can't take them seriously anymore. People are calling me salty because I don't want to play against Pale Moon Loop. Okay, so I was talking with the gang the other day, and I'm like, all right, who wants to play some CFV? I need to record content for the channel. My boy Steve is like, I'll play you. I go into DMs with Steve. I'm like, all right, what deck you playing? He's like, I'm playing Pale Moon Loop. I'm like, all right, goodbye. He's like, why? I'm like, I need to play against a real deck because you doing your turn for 25 minutes on video is not what I call content. You're going to be like, I'm grade 3, I called Zazan, effect, I win. Alright. I'm literally... Yeah, it's just like, no. Instead, you're going to soul charge something before declaring that you're calling something, and you're going to get the head judge's approval because you're Asian, right? If you're Asian, ça marche, right? If I paint my face yellow and I start coughing into a mask, do I get privileges, Bushiroad, please?
Yeah, but unfortunately, you told when you're right.
Like, I got cheated for my Worlds invite, and everyone, like, the only people that were upset about it were the Asian players trying to, like, concoct against me or whatever. Like, we could see their subclan over there by the table. They're like, this white guy's onto us. But wait.
I kind of totally remember my first regional when I made top 4. The guy was fighting was a burnout user, but he had 4 judge call in my fight only for the semifinal, and he wasn't kicked out because he was Asian.
Yeah, it's like I believe if you're the same color as if you Yeah, if you are Asian, you have diplomatic immunity from Bushiroad tournaments. Because I didn't see the white shorts finals, but I bet it was 2 sweaty Asians too. Buddy fight sweaty Asians too. I don't think the fat white guys that collect for fun can win. I'm sorry, fat white guys. Join the club, you know. I've got a $5,000 deck, and I'm not gonna make it past round 5.
You tried.
Yeah, I tried, bro.
But when we don't try, we're going to premium top 8 together. So that's what happened.
Oh, okay. In standard, the thing that pissed me off the most, I complain about it a lot, but I never really talked about it, right? So I played Spike Brothers in standard, right? And Spike Brothers is a shit deck. It's not supposed to be good. I played against Tachi round 1, Mura round 2, Pales round 2, Mura round 3, and whatever other fucking Excel deck round 4. And I was XO. And the thing is, people were asking me, what the fuck do you do on hit? I'm like, I have 2 effects. I have an effect on hit and not on hit. And they're like, yeah, people kept judge calling me because I was using Ronaldo. He's like, he's looking at the top cards of his deck. Is he allowed to do that? I'm like, buddy, read the first sentence. Can you call to a circle that has a unit on it? I'm not sure. This is standard, bro, man. The effects are scary.
I mean, they can get only +3.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I mean, Fiverr has some good cards, but they somehow can't go up when they had the G8 rush. But
like
the
biggest weakness to GBA Rush is OTT. Why? Because I go Ichikishima, I say no G guards, and you wasted 4 of your cards to get 4 cards you can't guard with. You wasted your quad jelly bean play on something that's unusable. So you're gonna be like, all right, well, can I PG? Yeah, if your PG is a grade 1 or greater, you know, you can't PG with grade 0. So like when they play drop PGs and like the Dudley package, I just laugh. I shred each Kishima, I go with it.
Mm-hmm.
And now with the new Zazan build or whatever, I don't care, man. The second I shred each Kishima, she's active. The second I put her SP legs on my table, you die. Like, fuck out of here, boy. So I don't need effects if my card gives guard restrict anyways, right? Herp derp derp derp. Yeah, I mean, Ichikishima can just flip another Cyclone anyways. I'm like, oh, alright, Orangette now gets boosted by my other vanilla for 50,000. No grade 0s, no G-guards. Most people are like, why do I play old grade 1s? There ain't no premium. Like, alright, 20 cards to guard 1 attack. Pose it, alright. You have no hand, no deck left. I win. So have we found any of these Vision tournaments yet?
Nope. I didn't find it. I mean, all the tournaments I recently saw was like Vanquisher or Revan.
No, but we're not talking about standard. Okay, if I want to talk about standard, where's my dice? I got to do the thing that I always do, and Ricky always loses on soft. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get my standard toolkit.
Or Gremlin. I don't remember much.
Alright, you guys ready? I'm ready to play standard. You guys ready?
Yes.
Alright, I rolled a 4. I win. You get it? It's a dice roll. Because you play Excel. If you start, you win.
I rolled a 2-1.
Ah, shit, man. Alright. Round 2. You ready, PL? You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
I rolled a 2 again.
I rolled a 3. Alright, sounds good. I already won 2-0. So there you go. That's how you go XO. You just got a high roll. It's the reason why Tachikaze was hit, because Bushiroad, people were finding out that Bushiroad's strategy was you just play a deck that high rolls, and by putting Anger Blader to 1, they're like, there's no high roll deck anymore. Decks are too slow. And then what came back into meta after Force meta? It's Excel meta all over again. It's like, okay. We made a ban list for nothing, right? They just changed the Excel fans.
Shit, there we go again.
Yeah, you got the GTA guy Yeah, the fucking like Steve GTA guy. And it's just like his hands down. He's like just coming out of the hospital. It's like, ah, shit, here we go again. You normally see that meme like when there's like some weird ass things going on the internet. And like, you know, Excel only butt fucks. It's not really fun.
The power of memes.
The power of weenies. I've got money so I can win games, right? Because I buy a heavy dice that will always land on 6. And you don't know about it because you don't gamble. Ah, ha, 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 ha. I'm like, motherfucker, can I touch your dice? No. Okay, we're rolling this standard dice. But then when I roll my special dice, it cost me like $50. Yeah, that chill with, motherfucker. Yo, when you catch someone cheating with dice, it's the funniest thing ever. It's like, yeah, do it again. And he does it again. He rolls exactly what he rolled. He's like, yeah, okay, roll my dice. And then he rolls something low. It's like, yeah, I knew it. You're using trick dice. So even when we play low roll, you just play the wrong trick dice that's always going to roll a 1. And you're always going to win. And then you'll be like, oh, shit, man, my bad luck. I keep rolling 1s. Fucking low roll. That's good. So, but let's talk about infinite loops. You know, it's something I always wanted to address on the topic, and well, we'll have a pros and cons, right? So pros, it doesn't take any skill to play. You watch a YouTube video, and if you can put your hand on your dick, you're basically ready. You know, it's like player's choice sleeves. You know, they go on your cards and they stick. They stick harder than semen. So that's basically the pros of infinite loop. Cons now, you know, if you guys want to add more pros, feel free, but I don't think there are any. Cons, there's no game interaction. Oh, I played against, I think his name was Yue Peng, right? I don't know, my opponent that cheated for the win. So we were playing a regular game of Vanguard. You know, at a regular page, and then he's like, alright, well, this is my last turn, so just let me play. And the guy proceeded to do shit, probably was doing shit incorrectly the entire time. The one time I called him out on it, hashtag I'm Asian, and he won the game. So, literally, there's nothing you do. You just say, okay, I take damage, 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 and you're just like, alright, can I have 5 heal triggers stacked on top of my deck so everything's active? But you only want to heal starting at like the 5th damage or 6th damage because you already pushed him to 5 or whatever, and you know he's not going to heal because he's going to soul charge all his heal. So you go stand. Exactly. So what's your guys' opinion on infinite loops? Do you guys think that no interaction decks in a game like Vanguard, where we don't have counter spells, we don't have interrupts, and shit like, well, okay, we have interrupts to a certain degree, but not all. It's not a Cray Elemental. If we had a Cray Elemental Denial Griffin, y'all would be fucking down.
Yeah, I mean that's the problem. Only a few decks have some outs, and even all loops have those kind of outs that you can use like Denial Griffin.
But
Cannoneer.
Okay, yeah, but you got a main deck. Okay, so Ricky. So you're telling me if you play against Loop, you are gonna ride. You're gonna stride Bad Bounty, discard Night Rose as cost, rewrite Night Rose pass. Be alright, yeah, Ghosty Fiend. When I kill this shit, I mill free, revive Cannoneer. God damn it, Ricky. So that means you're gonna have to play Strike Fighters again. You know that, right? You're gonna have to play the old Tommy to be able to search your Night Roses out.
Huh?
You're gonna have to play the old Tommy to search your Night Rose out.
Maybe. Depends on skills.
No. But yeah, what do you mean depends on skills, Ricky? Your new Tommy is gonna be on plays if you have X cards in the drop plus 5 power.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna be. It ain't gonna be if your drop zone has 20 or more cards, then you'll get to add 2 grade freeze. Plus City. Oh, I can't imagine. No, but like honestly, in the state of the game, if we had a universal way to counter these decks, or if the things that made these very loops doable would be bad, honestly, the card the 2 cards you'd have to hit, or well, if you ban tier, then it kind of hurts Spike's GB8 because then Spikes can't play against Honolulu properly. But it also means that Pales dies to Honolulu, which is great, and then Murakumo dies to Honolulu as well. Because there's no way they can countercharge the rest of their deck. But honestly, the key card, the choice restriction that should be made, I don't care if you cycle Parryton a million times. Just choice restrict Artilleryman and Songster, or just ban Songster. Or, if you really want to kill the deck, ban Parryton. But if you ban Parryton, then Magia's dead. Because Parryton's the only grade 2 carrying that fucking heavy backpack.
Oh, you hit trapezes.
No, but you hit Parry. Because Parry gets you the initial soul charge. Without the... No.
Oh yeah, trapezes gets the refresh the Artilleryman though.
Or that's
your counter charge though.
No, that's tier.
Yeah, but Parry will get you. Parry gets you the trapezes though. Because you parry, trapezes, recycle, swing, click, blink, call, parry, get tier, blink, parry, trapezes, artillery, blink. Like it's a 5-card loop. If you have these 5, if you have Exodia on the field, you're basically just doing it until you feel like stopping it. I personally feel like there should be a time limit for loops. Like your turn cannot take more than like, I want to say like 2 minutes. Because like they made a rule that if you go in time and you pass the first 10 minutes, right? The 10 minutes after time, it's a double loss. Which I'm glad. Which means that even if NLK comes back, you're both getting DQ'd. You're both getting a double loss. Who cares? Because we know the DI player wants to slow play because he doesn't want to lose to a real deck. And sorry, Pierre. But I'm sorry. Okay, Ricky, Billy went to regionals, right? When it was NLK format. Guess what? There were 11 DI players. They were all Asian, and they all always went into time. There was this legendary, the goddess of slow play. She's known as Sarah Michelle. I think she works for Vision or whatever. No matter what she did, she always went into time.
Yeah, but remember last regional, Dan Priam, the Messiah player, who always timed like it was too much. The guy literally slow played every turn. That was too much.
And maybe he's Sarah Michelle's cousin. I don't know. I think all Asians are connected, but like Ricky must be a special brand of Asian because he doesn't like slow playing. I'm sorry, Ricky, if we're roasting your peoples.
Huh? We're roasting the peoples.
Yeah, we're roasting the peoples. Well, I mean, there's only one Asian that plays at our store, and it's my boy Ricky. So as long as he's fine with the roasting, we can continue.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm not targeting, so I don't mind.
Nah, you'd be targeted if COVID wasn't Chinese and it was Viet instead, because then I'd be making fucking Batman jokes, and he'd be like, "Fuck off." Sorry. I saw a meme. I saw a Batman meme. Well, while we're still looking for tournament results, by the way, I saw a meme that why Batman doesn't fight crime during the day, because like he has like a white outline of his mask, so like he looks like he has white face. You know, it's kind of like the opposite of blackface when you paint your face black to be racist. It's kind of like if you put like flour all over his face or whatever, but like his mouth is regular skin color, and his eyes are like they're called the around his eyes is regular skin color, because you know that's all you see out of the Batman mask, right? You see the mouth and the eyes, and then everything else is just pure white. Yeah. So, any results for preview?
Nah, except for DI and Grand Blue, I don't see much.
Okay. Okay, because
after that, that's like maybe everything, because everything has a chance to top, I guess.
Yeah.
Since the balance.
Okay, let's talk about upcoming sets that are coming out. I know we covered it a bit, but it was with Ilaluf and Abdallah. So now that we have non-Montreal local players' opinions available to us? The answers might be a little different. All right. So we saw Silver Dust, Pedal Blaze, right?
Yeah, the
Or,
drug.
yeah, the new Messiah set, right? Smoking cocaine. We see that now a lot of the new cards are going first rides, and unfortunately for OTT, they didn't really understand the going first ride because they still gave it if you have a grade 3 in Soul Effect. It's like just please.
But at very least, it still does something good. So.
No, not really. Because the thing is, why would you ride Susanoo over Daughter?
Well, because when you do Susano, except
Because it's free.
Yeah, but you would do Daughter to put something in the soul as extra, right? Then you do Susanoo and you have Dear Susanoo and you go.
Well, you don't really need to do Deer anymore since you have the new girl that gave like 20k to front or something like that.
What there is? What?
And the new double rare.
That was the first double rare of the set, if I remember.
Oh, but isn't she on Vanguard when she swings? You want to be on the Susanoo because you want to go, okay, activate triple trigger, and then you do the Deer, and then everyone else gets power, and then you just swing for game.
Yeah.
Like I still feel like if we're talking about OTT, I still feel that Deer and Daughter still have a place in the meta. Pentagonal, dead deck, because Mega's support ended. You know, like there's besides Rock Mega's Galgia or whatever, or Golgia, there's no other Megas unit that we can have, because we already have everyone else. And Tsukiyomi is too slow, and honestly, they fucked it up. Honestly, the cost instead of discard one should have been put a card from your hand into the soul, and then counterblast one.
That would be really good.
I mean, it's still a second grade 3 turn deck, and you need to not whiff the right chain, because if you whiff the right chain, then your deck's doing nothing, and then it's like you gotta not whiff the first 4 turns of the game to try and win the game. Like, tell me that about any other deck, it'd be like, yeah, that deck's trash. It's like Vanquisher, yes, Vanquisher is a second grade 3 turn, right? But Vanquisher has units that say when it attacks, create a new attacker, draw cards, bind cards. And like Jaggy Shot is the true VR. Like honestly, Vanquisher is like one of those double rares from God Hand that boost the power of the front row or front triggers. And like Jaggy Shot is just like, alright, every time your unit attack, put one bind one card, call a card, draw a card, retire a card. At the end, soul charge, draw a card, call another card. It's like
it's just it's backbone of how the deck works.
Yeah, like what I just explained was one Jaggy Shot effect on rear guard. So it's like, and it's swinging like a fucking truck. So. And it's swinging before the Vanguard swings. So if you take any rear guard damage, then he's just going to go, okay, front. Alright, I win the game. You survived the first 5 non-Vanguard trigger attacks? Okay, well, I just got a double front. Okay, I win?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Yeah, take 9 damage. You didn't get a trigger. You suck at this game. If not... Okay, so we covered Vanquisher, we covered OTT. What's next? Messiah. I like the fact that Messiah has a... Shut up, baby! We're recording a podcast! Jesus! Like, did you guys heard that, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like, Jesus Christ! Shut up! It's like, it's fucking 8:45. Go to bed. Or just close the fucking window. Oh, yeah. Jesus. Well, okay, what was I saying? We were talking about Messiah. Okay, so yeah, I like the fact that alter ego, right?
Yep, alter ego.
Yeah. So I like the fact that it's a first ride thing where it's not if you have a grade 3 in the soul. Though I still believe that
Harmonix Messiah.
Harmonic Neo.
yeah, Harmonix
No,
Neo.
Neo doesn't. It's not the
No,
seven.
no, Harmonic Messiah.
Yeah, Harmonic. I still feel like the old one is still the best option second ride because Messiah really likes to draw cards. I don't know. Whenever I played against Messiah, they had a 15 card hand at all points during the game, and like they would deck out before you could kill them because like that's how good their defenses was. Like, but now with the new grade 4 meme, like that shit's pretty funny. You know, you got a grade 4 that's 30k. That after he swings, he locks himself and he powers your Vanguard. So you do that twice. Then you swing, you unlock both of them, and then you can restand with like the prosciutto guy, right? The guy that says counterblast 1, luck of the flip. You know, flip a grade 3. Fuck you.
Burst monk, curse monk.
Yeah, burst mode. I call him graceful
I
dice.
don't really like the 30k boy.
You know, but
I mean, honestly, we don't needed that. We never needed that and never will. It's just a meme, and
It's a meme,
more than
but
anything.
it's a meme. But I saw it in action, and in some games,
Yeah.
it can be threatening.
like, cause like
the thing
any
is, was like,
yeah
the thing is,
any
you can't really.
Sorry.
You need to change a whole deck list for him, and that literally pisses me off.
but I mean
Even though you're like gonna play two of them,
instead of running ghastly nails, yeah, just run him. So you're gonna run
Yeah,
2 or 3 harmonics. You're gonna run 4 alter cook, and you're gonna run like 2 to 3 gay boys. And your gay boys like Messiah's just gonna bring them back if they get retired. Like who cares? But if they get bound, Leviatrix.
But with what we have now, I mean, there's some. I thought of a new deck list, even though it's like you don't use harmonics, even though I think it's bad because you don't have harmonics, but it rushes a lot. You go so fast onto the 30k boy, and then you go like 3 attacks at double crit if you pop the burst monk, and then you can literally end game on the first ride of grade 3. But that kind of, I mean, if it's your RNG with the top deck of burst monk, of course.
Yeah. I like high roll dot brainless decks too, but there's a limit to like how high roll I like my decks. Like it's like we got people like Billy that be like, all right, I play 4 grade 3 decks, 16 grade 2s, 8 grade 1s. Let's go. If I G assist, I win the game. So that's that kind of mentality. I really don't like that kind of mentality. I'll be honest. It's too luck based. Yes, Vanguard is heavily luck based, but it feels like you don't have any options. Like, yes, you've got a good grade 2 lineup, but you don't have your situational grade 3. And if you had the harmonics, if you're in a harder matchup that requires you to grind it out, you can grind it out. But without harmonics, it just feels like you don't have a good second ride. Because, like, you don't have to re-ride Alter Ego. You just stay on him. If you have cards that just go to soul, that's all you really need for him because it pays for a soul blast, and that's what you need to do. Yeah.
But so far, what we would actually need for the deck to work really completely, we need a new counter charge that locks himself. And we need a boy that can attack and lock himself after attack, not calling a new card from hand.
Oh yeah, because your counter charger is if you have a locked card or your Vanguard is Harmonix Messiah, right?
Yeah, but or if you have a lock card, and it costs us a soul blast.
Yeah, the soul is pretty important in Link Joker.
Yeah, I mean the perfect thing I would like adore is if they bring back Lady Fencer like with the same skill. Or sacrifice Messiah.
Whoa. Calm down, sir. Yo, that card was cancer as fuck. Yo, like the bitch is thick, but yo, she was good.
That's what we need.
You said you need a card that locks itself after battle.
Lady Fencer.
But the grade 4 does that.
Yeah, but Lady Fencer also soul charges and gains power. And like Lady Fencer is like, okay, so like Lady Fencer is kind of like if you compare Airmo to the grade 1 ride PG. She'd be like, in what world would I take air? Would I not take airball? Right? It's like, I really want that draw one, discard one because I can totally return the fucking overlord. No, you can't. No, you can't. This isn't premium. You weren't gonna go Legion with 4 crits. It's like, I don't know. Right now we are at we're at 50 minutes. We got another 10 minutes to go. So no tournament results. That's kind of sad, Arenos. But it was fun. It was definitely fun having you as an addition, Bailey, on the podcast. If you do want to join us again once we do host next Saturday, we host every Saturday at 7 p.m. Well, I say 7 p.m. if our boy Ricky's not in the park doing who knows what. Like, are you out there like just checking girls, or is there anyone outside in the human world, Ricky? Are there people outside, or is everyone in isolation?
Ouais, les parcs sont pleins, quoi. Les parcs sont bien pleins.
So even the parks aren't respecting the fucking quarantine rules. Everyone's 2 meter apart. Nah, everyone's basically having like group hug sex or whatever. It's like shit's fucking
de
nice.
Montréal, comme les parcs La Fontaine, là qui est à peu près de chez moi, c'est genre plein.
Wow.
Yeah,
There is some people in the park nearby from my house, but not that much. I mean, we can easily have the 2 meters distance. So,
is there like enough benches and shit for everyone?
Last weekend, there were like 100 of people, or there were so many people. No one was respecting the 2 meters, by the way. We're all gonna die.
I love Bailey's optimism. We're just gonna fucking die. See, like that's the thing, all right. So let's use this last 10 minutes to talk about quarantine and talk about because I have a few opinions and theories and things on it that I wanted to cover, and I know anyways no one watches past 32 minutes on the podcast, so YouTube censors aren't gonna pick this up anyways, and my videos aren't gonna be monetized for a while. So let's go ahead and talk about it. All right, so wave one of reopening is happening on the 25th of
2 days.
Yeah, in 2 days. But the thing is, right? So what people don't understand, for stores that want to be open, you know what restaurants look like now? Like everything's plexiglass, and there's a bouncer like giving dispenser telling you can go in. It's kind of like going to the grocery store, but everything's like plastified. So like you're gonna go into a card shop. The showcase is gonna be so well protected, you're not gonna be able to see inside. All right, sounds good. I'm gonna be wearing like a blacksmith helmet, in order to put the fucking to give you the fucking soap. Let me just open League of Legends right now so I can get ready for after this podcast. But okay, so basically all card stores and business stores right now are open for curbside pickup, right?
But no locals.
No, there's no locals. Even when we reopen, game room is going to be closed. So you come in, you buy, you get the fuck out. You can say hi for 10 seconds, but the second you swipe your card, get the fuck out of my store. Like, and the thing is like, I don't want to do this shit. It's like, we're technically already open for curbside pickup. We're closed to the public, but like, you only do curbside pickup anyways. And the prices don't change if you shop online at geek2.com or if you come in the store. You can haggle me on my Facebook, or you can haggle us on the website. It changes nothing. Like, frankly, it changes nothing. And honestly, I feel like we're going to be like in this quarantine-ish state where even if some things are open, that things are not going to go back to normal till at least September, October.
At least maybe a year. Though.
Yeah, no, but I mean, like, people are not going to go back to doing what they regularly do before at least this fall, you know? Like, we're not gonna have locals. Once the scene picks back up, I've got a lot of surprise events, prepared. Like we have the Super Geek Dude Circuit, we have the Proxy League that's coming back. Yes, you guys heard it. The Proxy League, which means if cards are unannounced announced but not released, you can proxy them, and we had a lot of fun because we used to have this friend called Steve Wendy. We still have this friend called Steve Wendy. He was basically at some point in his life, he's so fucking broke on his ass that he just like proxied like 30 decks. And
Wow.
the decks were like horrible builds too. Like he wasn't even playing meta variants. Like I think he played Bluish Flame with the wrong fucking Percival.
Wow.
And like he played Ground Blue with Performing Zombie.
Eesh.
4 Performing Zombies, okay? But it filters. When me and Ricky saw that deck, yo, we were dying.
Yes.
Now we were indeed dying. Hey, now people, I don't know, people are having trouble parking in the street. Like, I don't know, it's like fucking crazy. But yeah, definitely with that, there's a lot of things planned. I'm kind of sad I don't get to chill with you guys as much anymore. But you know, this Saturday podcast, it means a lot to me because you know, I can physically hear you guys. Because if not, Ricky ignores me all week long. Pierre works, so that's fine. Bailey, I send him data live memes, and he like reacts my post.
I was occupied. Come on, you're right.
But it's like I'm on so many different groups or whatever. Like I don't know what to send you. I'd send you memes, but I don't know if you're gonna understand the meme because you know your Englando is not very goodo, you know.
Oh, come on.
So I'm a black. I've been trying for so long to get Ricky to remote fight, and he's like, we wait for the cards. I'm like, Ricky, at this point, we'll be back in locals before we've played one game. That's crazy. It's just, speaking of which, we have like probably, give me a second, I open League of Legends. Okay, so we got about 4 minutes. So I want to talk about a few things I'd like to do with you guys on the channel. You know, to kind of address as a segue into the next podcast, because we're basically out of sets or information to cover enough a week, right? Like it took us 22 minutes, and I stretched the discussion on Zazan and Cyclone, right? Like I did what I could. I brought as many different like decks that we could talk about it into it.
I mean, we could talk about 24 decks if we're talking about Zan, because every clan can just include Zan and some vanillas at some point and do a deck. So
yeah, but like the thing is regarding that though, you really got to play the right ratio of vanillas. You can't just only play vanillas, because if you only play vanillas, then sure you draw 2 cards, but if you didn't draw another Zan, you kind of end your turn. It's not doing much. So like I think we need to see some playtesting, and this is what I want to talk about. So basically, starting next week, right? I want to start doing more deck profiles through like Discord and Discord video, Facebook audio, because that's normally how I record Discord and Facebook at the same time, if my webcam's on or whatever. So I know you guys have a good variety of more like interesting decks than just OTT and Bermuda, and I've already covered Bermuda. I already made the OTT video, but haven't released it yet because I don't feel like it's the time to do so. So I want to know if you guys would be down to help me do some content on the channel, because I know Ricky's fat ass straight up gonna be like, if I'm not busy. Ricky is literally he spends all his day watching manga, reading. Wow, watching manga. Damn, that's next level. Reading manga and watching anime, and then he goes to do sports. Like Ricky's life is a sports anime. It's like one of those bad sports anime where his parents are like, "Get the fuck out of the house for an hour." Ricky's like, fuck, there's people here too. Can I go home? No. Oh. No. And there's no school life, so you know, like there's no slice of it's like slice of life, sports, and like I don't know. Etchy. Oh yeah. It's basically Haikyuu with no friends. It's hike solo. Yeah, it's hike solo. There you go. Season 1 of Hike Solo now on Funimation, guys. So yeah, But I definitely want to start doing more fights. Like you guys saw, I started doing the Marshall's Beatdown series. But Marshall is it's not the easiest person to work with because he's not always there. Um, so like we're gonna be ending the podcast. So thank you guys for tuning in. Um, my boys want to say something before we go off air.
Have a nice time and enjoy L with Zuzan.
Enjoy. I mean, that's yeah. I mean, he's right.
Sounds good.
We're all going to hell if you play it as well, though.
Oh. oh, we're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun.
Everyone should play it. No, shut up. Exactly.
It's healthy. It allows meta diversification. Sounds good. All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in to Stand Up the podcast, and we'll be back next Saturday. Thanks.